Welcome to Making Money with Laura Sanders, a name you can trust. With over 20 years of real estate experience and selling over 150 homes a year, Laura Sanders is the #1 Remax agent in the state of Florida for 2021. Join us each week as we discuss how to make money through buying and flipping homes to renting versus selling and everything in between. To join the conversation, call in live. 888-994-4995, Studio A.
Hi, and welcome to Making Money with Laura Sanders, and I am your host, Laura Sanders. Every week, we talk about something that can help you make a little bit of money or save you some money. So today, we're going to talk about the real estate market and see, where is this real estate market going? Does it make sense to buy now? Does it make sense to buy at another time? Is rates good? Are they bad? What should we do? I mean, everybody's confused. So we have our expert, attorney Joshua Weisman, here with us today from Title Brothers. So welcome, Joshua.
Thanks for having me.
How are you?
I'll be back. Pretty good.
Yeah.
A little tired, up early watching the golf tournament in England, so.
Okay.
But excited for the show.
Yeah, that sounds painful. No wonder you wanted to get here a little earlier today, huh? Everybody's talking about interest rates, and they're saying that the Fed's getting ready to increase them, drop them. What do you see?
Yeah, so, and we operate like multiple businesses, so it's kind of good. We can kind of see it from all angles. The mortgage business, the title business, and insurance. So it's all related, but rates will probably, I don't pretend to know, but they say they're going to be raised again. And then just like what happened after COVID, they kind of do what they need to. After COVID, there was a lot of money printed and all that stuff happened. So then rates were really low. They had to raise rates to counteract inflation. They'll probably lower them, but slowly over the next year or two. So it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
Do you think that we'll see rates again at 2.5?
Not this time around when they lower them. Probably not, just because they might not need to. I think that rates, whether it's probably post-election, you'll see them back in the 4s.
Okay.
Which is.
But here's the catch.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the catch.
Yeah.
The catch is, guys, is if you wait until interest rates go to 4, you're going to bid against everybody else because everybody else is going to come back.
Exactly.
Inventory is low now.
Right.
And one of the things that I've always said, and I feel like I can't say it enough, is that people buy a feeling. So if you have a very upgraded home, like I just recently put on a home on the market. Gorgeous. Oh my God, the kitchen was to die for. The bathrooms, unbelievable. Guess what it didn't have? New roof.
Right.
And impact windows. It had accordion shutters, which it was fully hurricane rated. The roof was, I'm going to say only 2002. And people were comments like, oh, the house was great, but it didn't have a new roof and it didn't have impact windows. So in essence, we were missing about $140,000 in upgrades.
Right.
If it had all of that, it would have sold in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. So if we wait till interest rates go in the 4s, we're going to go back through, which I call post-traumatic stress disorder.
Right, the bidding wars and stuff like that.
Yeah, the bidding wars and all that craziness. And I'm wondering why, maybe you have an insight on this, why do we not have a lot of inventory right now?
Because,
I don't even know.
Well, it's just, so on the title side, there's still a lot of buyers that close that are coming from out of state. So unlike most of the country, where the rates, of course, are higher everywhere,
right,
but we still have demand because the whole COVID thing changed people working remotely, and I know plenty of people that left California and New York, moved back home to work remotely for those jobs. So I think that we're seeing, in a crazy world, like you're saying, with the rates being where they are, still low supply, because anytime something really good comes on the market,
right,
that's priced right, that has updates, it's going to fly.
Yeah, but you would think, right, that right now the baby boomers,
yeah,
they're at the perfect age to downsize, move north, go into a condo. Like, I have 13 homes on my street. Only 2 out of 13 have children in it. I'm one of the 2. Everybody else, retired, or like they're doctors, lawyers with like no children.
Yeah,
no children. Like, you're thinking that the street's going to cycle. You're thinking that it's going to,
mm-hmm.
but.
Well, maybe some of those people have, you know, they maybe refied when they had rates at a 2.7, 2.8 or whatever it is, and they don't want to go somewhere else, and they'll just wait. But I guess there's never a good time. You could still.
But you would think those people would pay cash now.
Right.
Because their houses have appreciated, honestly, like 50%.
Well, they need to listen to this show so that they can understand how to make money.
Right, and knock on my door and say, will you sell my house?
Right, exactly.
But, you know, I'm just trying to get a handle on, like, we have tons of people that are cycling, like where their kids are grown, and they're building a lot of rentals again.
Yeah.
Back in 2005, 6, 7, 8, they started doing what was called, you know, condo conversions. So they were taking rentals, they were converting them into condos because maybe they had an influx of rentals. Now they're building tons of rentals, and there's really not a lot of land left.
Yeah. No, so it's going to be interesting. When the rates do come down with the supply that we have, we'll see bidding wars again. Then all the people that have all that equity in the home probably will downsize, right? So.
Well, people say to me, well, where am I going to go?
If you can buy cash, you buy cash. But if you need to finance, you see, the thing is like we were talking about it before, is this still the right time to buy?
It's always the right time to buy if you can afford the payment.
Right, if you can afford the payment, and if the house makes sense. I mean, for a primary residence, it's not like an investment property. It's still like you want to enjoy the home. There's value in enjoying the home and loving where you live. So you can always refi down the road.
Nah. Are you running any specials?
Well,
before you tell us that, I think we should go to commercial break.
Okay.
Then we'll come back and we can see your great commercial because you're one of our great sponsors. And then we also have our Max Fish, who is our mortgage sponsor. So let's go to commercial. We'll come back and he's going to tell you what kind of specials he can offer you. So stay tuned.
At Title Brothers LLC, our mission is to give you the best closing experience anywhere in the country. Founded in 2020 by Adam Lohman and Josh Weisman, here at Title Brothers, we're your one-stop shop for residential real estate, title insurance, title and escrow services, real estate closing, and due diligence services. While primarily located in South Florida, we also host dozens of closings throughout the state and even electronically as requested. To contact the Title Brothers, call us at 954-995-4988 or visit our website and get a quick quote today.
Whether you're buying, selling, refinancing, or building your dream home, you have a lot riding on your loan specialist. Max Fish, a top 1% mortgage loan officer in the nation, will give you a same-day qualifying quote. Max Fish is committed to providing his customers with mortgage services that exceed their expectations. Ensuring that you make the right choice for you and your family is his ultimate goal. Contact Max Fish today at 954-729-6933 or max.fisch@nwmcorp.net.
You have been watching Making Money with Laura. For more information, contact Laura Sanders at 954-650-0827 or visit her website at lauraess.com. And now back to the show.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Making Money with Laura Sanders, and I am your host, Laura Sanders. So, I want to remind you guys that if you are thinking about selling your home and you want to get it fixed up to make it look like it's $1 million, and even if it's worth $200,000, I am doing a 0% second loan on your home if you have equity, and we will get your home fixed up and we will get it showing in the best light possible. And let me promise you that we will make you tons of extra money. So, you know, don't be a dum-dum. Give me a call. Welcome back, Josh. We're talking about the market and where we're at right now, and it seems to be that we were talking off the camera and we were just talking about like how last year we thought we peaked, but we didn't.
Right.
Because I'm looking at things that people bought again last year, they're putting it back on the market this year and it's still selling for more money. It's like mind-blowing. So if I would say it was about April, May last year, we started seeing the rates start to hike up.
Right,
Right
exactly.
around that 5, 6, 6.5, even as high as 7.5. And then they started just kind of doing a little bit of a bounce, right? And so right now today, would you say what, 6 3/4, 6.5?
Yeah, high sixes, low sevens.
Depends on your credit, obviously.
Right,
You could be in the sevens if you have a.
Or eights or plus.
Well,
you know.
that's a whole nother
Yeah,
story.
right.
I don't know what you were doing wrong, but But
Well, or for
it
some-
could be a program,
exactly,
right? Because
yeah.
we have portfolio loans, in which a lot of people don't understand about portfolio loans.
Yeah. Or other loans like bank statement programs where if you don't want it to go the conventional route, there's still ways to get the loan, but maybe you'll be at an 8 or 9, but it's better than not getting it.
And then we also have our 75, 15, 10 loans that are doing on condos that don't have the reserves. So people listen. Like,
Yeah, the non-warrantable condos.
Yeah, if you have non-warrantable condos and you're like, I don't even know what that is, well, give us a call. We'll explain it to you.
Yeah.
Give Josh a call. Give me a call. What's the best number to get you, Josh, if somebody has some real estate questions and thinking about refinancing or buying a property?
Yeah, it'd be 561-901-0770.
Okay. And if you're looking for a realtor and you have any questions for me, you can give me a call at 954-650-0827. And if you wanted to call in now, you could call in Studio A at 1-888-994-4995. So going back to talking about rates, we know that rates have really gone up since a little over a year ago, about a year and a half now. So fast. And we know that prices have gone up in the last year. So, so that is where the Pythagorean theorem, like it's proving that
something's got to give. Something's wrong. Yeah. No, but meaning that it's
like,
showing
it doesn't matter that rates are 6. Like people are going to buy no matter what. So don't be left out to buy if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, you shouldn't be buying it. But if you're going to pay $4,000 in rent, why wouldn't you buy?
Right.
You have to look at the benefits, right? I mean, unless you're like 90 years old, then maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, because sometimes there's two things. I think one, sometimes people get, like you're saying, scared. Oh, this home was X and now it's Y. It's so much more. But
in 10 years, they're going to be happy that they bought it at, X.
Even
now it will be XX.
Or even in 2 years from now, as we were kind of discussing off the air, the reason why what you're saying is happening, where rates are higher and prices are still going up, is because this market is still very undervalued compared to other major markets, Chicago, New York, California.
And you get the sun.
And it's paradise. I mean, we're biased, but it's still undervalued. So you have people coming from 1-2 bedroom apartments in those major markets, San Francisco,
$2,500 for a 1-bedroom in California.
Like the $2-3 million 1-bedroom in New York or San Francisco, where you really get nothing, and you could still have a nice house on the Intercoastal or be on a golf course.
Stop selling them that good of it.
What? No, but
Intercoastal, yeah. So you lived in New York, right?
Yeah.
Did you live in the city?
I did. I lived in Brooklyn and then lived in the city. And
Brooklyn's on the lower end of like go to Manhattan, it's going to be twice as much as Brooklyn, right?
Parts of
Brooklyn's
Brooklyn
have come up big
Brooklyn
time.
Heights, where I lived in, which is like right over the bridge. Their prices were pretty comparable to a lot of parts of the city. Yeah.
So were you in a 2-bedroom?
Well, luckily, I lived in Brooklyn when I was in law school, at Brooklyn Law School. So the school actually had a nice setup. Part of the reason I chose it, they had almost like the law school dorms.
Okay.
But it was nicer than college dorms.
Okay.
So it was pretty subsidized compared to what it would have been.
Okay.
So it was a good deal. Yeah.
Well,
so everyone lived there. So it was like a big community kind of thing.
Oh, so it was like a big frat kind of thing.
Yeah.
So and hence how you ended up in business with your partner, right?
Well,
No?
Adam was actually in Miami because he went to law school here. We grew up together, have been really close since we were like 4 years old. So
Okay.
yeah.
Hence the Title Brothers.
Right,
So-
exactly.
So I guess rates are expected to go up, then they're expected to come down. However, if we wait, we feel that we're going to end up
Probably paying more for the home, because if the prices have gone up, can only imagine. I mean, Laura, let me ask you, like when a home is priced right now, and I mean, it's not like there's bidding wars like they used to be,
sometimes.
but
Still.
okay, so it still could be.
Yeah. So what special are you offering to our listeners if they were to tell you that they listen tonight? What are you offering them as a special, like with Title Brothers?
Yeah. So if the interesting thing about us is that we're set up kind of as a one-stop shop. Sometimes we work with people just for the closing on the title legal side, and other times we work with people for mortgages and homeowners insurance. So if someone were to come to us now to buy a home in Broward County where the buyer chooses the title company most of the time, we could essentially do the mortgage, the insurance, and the title. So if you come back in a few years and want to refi, we'll waive the costs for the refi when you come back to us. So happy to do that. We'll then still be able to help waive a few costs as well for the title insurance that don't go to the state. Yeah.
Okay, so remember, guys, on 7/20/23.
7/20/23.
Yep. Josh Weisman from
Yeah.
Title Brothers
Yes.
said he's offering you a deal. So if you give him a call, say, don't forget you offered me a deal on 7/20 on Making Money with Laura, because we need to help people make some money.
Yes, we do.
So,
Yeah.
so anything else going on that you think is important right now that in the market that people need to be aware of? Anything that's, like affecting, us? Because everybody sees different things. Like, I learned some really cool things last week.
What'd you learn?
So I learn something every day, actually, which
Yeah.
is kind of crazy. But
So do I.
So as realtors, most realtors put in their contracts that because most sellers don't know this, and this is why it is important on who you hire, that the seller will close out any open or expired permits prior to closing at the seller's expense. Because the purchase contract doesn't have any verbiage like that. It actually calls for the seller to help
Right.
the buyer close those things out.
Yeah.
So that means that if the seller doesn't want to, the seller doesn't have to, and the buyer would have to buy the property. So everybody adds that verbiage in. But what I found out is if the seller can't close that out prior to closing, I think a whole heap of trouble is coming your way, because if they wanted to be jerks, they could force you to close and give them a discount.
Mm-hmm.
They could say, well, you know what, you couldn't close by closing. It says you need to, so now take $100,000 off.
Yeah. Usually people come to some sort of agreement.
But you get that nasty lawyer
Oh, yeah.
who's like really just like, right? Then
I don't like
something
those
else I
people.
learned
Yeah.
recently. So we have something called, first right of rescission. We have right of rescission in the 3 days with condo docs on a condo purchase. But for years and years, nobody ever mentioned to us that, not to me, and I've talked to my fellow coworkers and none of them knew either, that you need frequently asked questions. So I just went to a condo association this morning and asked them for the frequently asked questions, and they were like, oh, $175. And I'm like, okay, I'm an owner here. You can't charge me. I go, this Florida statute says that you need to provide me the frequently asked questions. This lady so she told my assistant, she goes, do you not understand English? My assistant that speaks full on English, like
Right.
no accent, like nothing.
She was
just
being rude.
nasty.
Yeah,
She was
nasty.
totally nasty.
Yeah.
And she's like, do you not speak English? And so I drove over there, went in and said, like, I'm an owner. I even asked, I said, do you have the 40-year review? Yes. I go, can I have a copy? No.
Someone had a bad day.
No, apparently she's having a bad life.
Bad
because
life.
this happened last week, and
Oh
I
my
finally got the chance to drive over there, and there was a police car out front, and I says, oh, this couldn't be very good. Maybe I should leave, or maybe he'll stop me from, I don't know.
People are unhappy, but it is what it is.
But nobody ever mentioned these frequently. I mean, did you ever see that where somebody didn't provide that and they went out of a condo? Like, go ask if they gave them the frequently asked questions. Guess what? Boom, you're out of the deal.
Right.
So I just taught you something, maybe.
Yeah. That's something that doesn't come up a lot for sure.
But it does come up when somebody wants out of a condo deal.
Right. There's
Comes
ways.
up.
There's things to pull from. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you guys learned something tonight. I promise you people did not know. So if you're a seller or a buyer, you're looking for people that know what they're talking about and definitely have like a little bit extra information, definitely give me a call at 954-650-0827, Laura Sanders with Remax, or give Josh a call. He is your friendly attorney who can turn bulldog if you need him to.
I can.
Yes, we don't want to see it, but he can.
Adam can do that pretty well too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know. You're the New Yorker though.
Yeah, I know, but Born here though, so.
Yeah, but
yeah.
you live there long enough. You got to learn how to push your way through when you're walking through the city.
Yeah, I can.
So
yeah.
tell our listeners again a good way to get a hold of you.
Yeah, 561-901-0770.
If you guys are thinking about refinancing your home, give Josh a call. He can
Yeah.
definitely help you with the title work. If you mentioned that you were listening tonight, he'll definitely throw you a bone. He'll throw you a little discount. Twist his arm a little bit. I have 0% second mortgage for you to help you get your home showing the best light possible. And some people will be like, well, I don't know who to hire. I don't know who to call. Guess what? I do. And I'm going to help you to make sure you do things that don't require permitting, wouldn't do anything that would get you in trouble, that will make your house look great. You know, I know that we're live streaming, but we're on the radio, so they can't see pictures. But if you are interested, just reach out to me and I will send you some pictures so you can see what we do for you to make it look amazing. You know what? Every situation is going to be individualized. I just met with a young girl yesterday. Her mother had passed away when she was 8. She just turned 18 a few months ago, and she just took over the house. And the house does need some work, and I'm super excited to help her to get this house. It's gonna look amazing. She's not gonna wanna move, but the good thing is she's actually on her way to college, so, you know, this is gonna be
That's
a
great.
great experience
Yeah.
for her, because this is gonna look amazing. So thanks everyone for listening to Making Money with Laura Sanders. We'll see you next week. Thanks again, and have a great night.
Thank you for tuning in for Making Money with Laura Sanders, a name you can trust. To join the conversation, call us at the studio, 888-994-4995 Studio A, or contact Laura directly at 954-650-0827.